Title: Memories of Westwood. A young woman stood on a dusty road, her eyes fixed on the distant horizon where the sun was slowly setting, casting a magnificent blend of orange and red hues. Her name was Emily, and in her heart was a sorrow vaster than the open fields of Westwood. Without you, this heart feels like a lost joy that no one can bring back. This line echoed in Emily's mind again and again. It was the essence of her love story, a story that began with happiness but ended with a deep wound. Emily had grown up on a small farm in Westwood. Her father raised horses, and Emily's childhood was spent with the scent of the stables, the greenery of the grasslands, and the rhythm of galloping hooves. She was a cheerful and fearless girl who loved nature and had dreams as limitless as the open skies. One day, a new boy arrived in Westwood. His name was Jack, and he was from the city. Jack had a charming smile and a confidence Emily had never seen before. He came to stay for a while at his uncle's farm, and soon he met Emily. Jack was a city boy, but he grew fond of Westwood's simplicity and peace. Emily taught him how to ride horses, and Jack introduced her to the world of books and music. They would wander the fields for hours, watch the stars, and talk about their dreams. Their friendship gradually blossomed into love. Being with Jack felt like home to Emily. He made her laugh, inspired her to dream, and made her feel special. Emily gave him her heart and believed they would always be together. But a twist awaited their love story. Jack's uncle's farm faced financial trouble and had to be sold. Jack had to return to the city, while Emily stayed behind in Westwood. They promised to stay in touch, but distance always makes relationships harder. Jack became busy with city life, and Emily remained alone on the farm. They spoke on the phone occasionally, but the conversations weren't the same anymore. One day, Emily received Jack's wedding invitation. Her heart shattered. It felt like someone had stabbed her in the chest. She realized Jack was no longer hers, and their love story had come to an end. Emily decided not to attend the wedding. She couldn't bear to see Jack with someone else. She chose to stay in Westwood and focus on her farm. But forgetting Jack wasn't easy. She saw his memories everywhere, in the fields where they rode horses, by the river where they watched the stars, and in the house where they spent countless nights talking. Emily buried herself in work. She managed the farm with her father and took care of the horses. but there was always a void in her heart, a pain that never healed. Years passed. Emily became a strong and independent woman. She built her life on her own and found peace in Westwood. But Jack's memories always stayed alive in her heart. Then, one day, Emily received a letter. It was from Jack. He wrote that he was not happy in his marriage and that he always remembered her. He said he wanted to return to Westwood and spend his life with Emily. Emily's heart began to beat faster. It felt like her lost happiness had returned, but she knew it wouldn't be easy. Jack was married and had children. Emily had to decide whether she wanted Jack back in her life and whether she could start a new chapter with him. Emily spent days thinking. She spoke to her heart and her mind. In the end, she decided to give Jack another chance. She knew it was risky, but she chose to follow her heart. Jack returned to Westwood. He and Emily met again. Their reunion was emotional. They embraced each other, and their tears flowed freely. They talked for hours. Jack told Emily he had never been happy in his marriage and that he had always loved her. Emily told Jack she had always remembered him too. They decided to be together. Jack divorced his wife and moved to live with Emily on the farm in Westwood. They fell in love again. They rediscovered each other and decided to spend the rest of their lives together. At last, Emily found her lost happiness. She started a new life with Jack and began living a joyful life in Westwood. Their story is one of love, heartbreak, and hope. It teaches us that love never dies, and we should never lose hope. Emily still lives in Westwood. She and Jack have grown old, but their love remains strong. They live a happy life on their farm, always by each other's side. Emily's story is woven into the very soil of Westwood, story that has been passed down through generations. It's a story that reminds us that the power of love is the greatest of all and can overcome any obstacle. Setting of Westwood. Westwood is a fictional western countryside setting, surrounded by vast grasslands, rolling hills, and flowing rivers. The people here are hard-working, honest, and sincere. They honor their traditions and are always ready to help one another. Life in Westwood is simple, but it's fulfilling. People live in harmony with nature and enjoy spending time with their families and friends. Westwood is a place where love and hope always exist, and where anyone can start anew.